For this vlog, I want to talk to you about a tool that is so highly unused in real estate that it literally blows my mind that only a handful of agents that we have spoken to are actually doing this. And the craziest thing to me is that it's very, very simple to do. It doesn't take much time, and it's free. I'm sure by now you have seen so many companies, maybe even other realtors, reaching out about all these platforms and tools and all this stuff that you can use to generate more business. Honestly, I probably get 10 emails a day on different things, people reaching out to me with some kind of program or something like that. But at the end of the day, what it really comes down to is how we market ourselves to the most important group of people, our database. It's something that we talk about all the time here at Next Bluprint, is just that your database is the lifeline of your business. It's a lifeline of any sales business. If you talk to any successful salesman, whether it's a used car salespeople, whether it's a used car person or somebody who's selling life insurance, databases are everything. And there's a really cool way that you can market to your database that literally doesn't take much time, effort, and even money to do. And it's called newsletters. Now, before you jump down my throat and start rolling your eyes, just hear me out, all right? Newsletters have been around for a long time. They used to be in paper format back before the internet. But the internet changed that. Now, the coolest thing is you could email a newsletter to someone with a program. Very simple. Or you could just do it in whatever email form or program you're currently using. Newsletters are an incredible way to provide value to your database to generate more business. It's something that I have been doing for a very long time. Partner Alejandro, he's been doing it for a very long time, and we have seen incredible results from it. So much so that when we spoke to other agents who are veteran agents and we told them about this, they rolled their eyes at us and said, no, that's ridiculous. I don't have time for this. I don't want to spend the money on it. But once we showed them how to do it, they are now getting so much more business than they previously were and cannot think about not doing a newsletter. And all they do is once a month. It's that simple. Now, if you've never done a newsletter before, I'm sure you've seen some. You kind of have an idea of how they work. I'm going to share with you just how to set this thing up and how to use it most effectively, okay? So the first thing you want to do is compile a list of names and emails into one central location. Excel spreadsheet or a Google Doc if you use Google Workspace. Put them all into one place. And if you're not sure where to get these, a couple suggestions are, one, your phone. You could export all the contacts out of your phone. I'm sure you have a lot of emails and names in there. Also, Facebook, Instagram, any social media platform, you have to have an email to sign up for them. You could export all of your friends or contacts, and there you go, names and emails. You can now put these people all together in that one place, and that's your database. That's what you're starting with. The second thing is you want to find a platform that you're going to use to send out these mass emails. We use MailChimp for everything. We love that platform. It is so easy to use. It's so intuitive. And what we love about it is they've already have a bunch of stuff built out for you. They already have templates and stuff that you can use and customize. And that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want something that comes directly from you with all your branding, all your marketing. So you could take a template, build it out, and now you could use this every single time, which is something we highly suggest doing. Also, what we love about MailChimp is that if you have 1,999 contacts, you could send out emails for free. If you have a database of that many people, you could send out free emails to them en masse. Once you hit 2,000, then you got to start paying. Realistically, it's not very expensive to pay for it on a yearly basis. And if you have that many contacts, the likelihood is that you have a lot of business coming in and you could afford that. It's well worth it. But if not, at least you know it's free. The other thing we love about MailChimp too is that the analytics behind your campaigns are amazing. They've upgraded these and they continue to add more pieces to it, but they're so cool to look at. You get to now analyze everything, and this helps you tweak the newsletters. Maybe you send them out at different times when you see people are opening up your newsletters at different times. You can see who is opening up your newsletters, what articles they're clicking on. Everything you could pretty much need to analyze your platform or analyze your newsletter, you can use. They'll have it there for you. And what I love about it too is that you could see the people that are the most active and engaged on your newsletters. So if you notice that Mary Sue is clicking on a bunch of stuff and constantly looking at articles you're posting or whatnot, there's a likelihood that she's probably interested in real estate in some form. Now you can give Mary Sue a call and try to catch up with her, and maybe she's ready to go and ready to buy or looking to sell, and you could get that business from her. Okay? And then the third thing is consistency. Once you have your database, once you know what you're going to use to market to them, you have to be consistent with this. It is a longer term play when you send out newsletters. Typically, you send them out once a month, although we do highly suggest sending them out more if you're newer in the industry or just want to generate more business because you're in a funk. Get the message out more. But that's what you got to do. You got to be consistent with it. Know how often and when it goes out and stick with it. The more you stick with it, the more results you're going to have from it. So put it on your calendar as a reminder. Put it somewhere where you're going to see it on a regular basis to make sure you are always sending out the newsletter. Okay, so if you do those three things, you're going to have a lot of success with them. Now, I've been doing this for a long time. I want to share with you some other tips that are very, very, very helpful that I think will also help you if you decide to go this route, which really hope you do. All right, so one of the things is how you design your newsletter is also important. Okay, so what you want to do is what we call the give, take method. Okay, so if you look at how you design your newsletter, the very front of it should have your branding. All right, the header should have your branding, your name, your logo, coulders, fonts, whatever. But then after that, what we want you to do is provide some really good value to your database. Start with a simple couple paragraphs on what the market is doing. Show them you're an expert. Show your expertise. Talk about the market, what's going on. Let them know what is going on around you, nationwide, whatever. Then we suggest providing 3 articles for them to read. Again, just real estate related stuff, something that's catchy. Add photos, things where they can click. Let them know where to click to. It's also important. Maybe add a button under it. It just says click here. But put 3 articles there. All right? So at this point, you are basically giving. And at the very end, under all of that, when you're providing all that value, we'll do what we call is the take. And that means put something there that says just listed, just sold, currently under contract, coming soon. Something real estate related to your business to show you are having success, to show that your business is booming. It helps because people want to work with the people that are successful and know what they're doing. This shows them that after you provide all that value. All right? So that's how you lay out the newsletter. The second tip I want to share with you is how you do the subject line actually matters. So do not ignore the subject line. If you think about how many emails we get on a daily basis and how many emails other people get on a daily basis, we're flooded. Our inboxes are flooded. You got to fit your newsletter into these flooded news boxes, these inboxes, so you have to make it stand out. You do this simply by, 1, adding emojis to it. Add an emoji to the beginning. That's going to stand out in a cluttered inbox. Also, use things like capitalizing words or putting brackets around stuff. So for instance, my newsletter I send out every single month, it's a very simple title. I always have an emoji at some point. I say whatever month it is, I put real estate in capital letters with a block around it, 2 things like this around it, and then I put newsletter. So in my mind, what I'm really focused on is I would love them to open it, but if they don't open it, at least it says it comes from me and it says real estate. Those are 2 and very, very important things. So you want it to stand out, but you also want it to say real estate. So at minimum, these people are seeing your name and thinking real estate. Those 2 need to be synonymous if you're trying to build brand recognition and get these people to reach out to you in the future if they're going to be doing anything real estate related or refer you business. So if people don't open it, at least I know my name and real estate are getting plugged into that cluttered brain of theirs. Now, the third thing is a awesome tool that you could use that I didn't know about for a long time, and I wish I had, because I think I would have had a lot more success with it. But if you use a program like MailChimp, and I'm sure other ones have this option as well, you could resend your newsletter out to the people that did not open it. And I highly suggest doing this the next day. So let's say the first of every month you send your newsletter out. On the second of the month, you could resend that same exact newsletter out, and it looks like it came for you again, doesn't say anything different, but it goes to the people that didn't open it originally. I started doing this, and my open rate went from 35, roughly 40% to 55, 60%. Now the industry average is 15. So if of my database, if 60% of the people are opening it, how much business do you think I'm going to get from it? An insane amount. So in summary, use newsletters. They can generate so much more business for you without you having to do much effort and put minimal amount of money into it.